Okay.
People care about that.
Hey, welcome back to the Citrus Today show. Very glad to have with us our school superintendent here in Citrus County, Sam Himmel. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
School started and you got the first month down. Football's cranking up and getting in full swing, so sports are taking off. A lot of things happening. You're getting some smoothing out of the schedules so once you get started?
Our principals told us the first week of school was a smooth opening. That's always a good sign. And kids are in classes, and we probably, as of today, probably 2 or 3 teachers that we're still posting to hire based on student numbers, because that magical class size, that class size amendment, yes. And we have students that sometimes do not register until after Labor Day. And then we've got some, you know, we started on a Wednesday, and some just don't show up till Monday. So we have to take daily counts.
And that's always a challenge.
And that's always a challenge because, you know, you could come the first couple of days and sick the next, and we're trying to monitor the number of students in the classes to meet class size amendment. So in the kindergarten world, the kindergarten through 3rd grade world, if all of our teachers at one school have 18 students in it, and now all of a sudden 19 and 20 shows up in one class, we have to either look at hiring another teacher or look at what we call multi-level classes, where they may have a kindergarten, 1st grade combination, and those aren't our favorite. So it's something we watch every single day.
And as you get back into school, I know that through the summer months there's kind of a layoff of activity, and as you start in with the new school year, you find new equipment that has to be in place here or there, and new changes that have to be made. So that's all a process to go through as well. Bus schedules, do they come up with any normalcy about this time of the year?
Maybe about now, but up till after a couple weeks of school, they're still changing them. Maryland Farmer Works, we get calls from parents, and you know, this bus stop, no one's living at that bus stop, and sometimes we don't get that information till later. But our bus stops up till the first day of school are changing almost daily, because when we move one bus stop, then that changes all the rest of the bus stops, and sometimes the minutes fluctuate from here and there. So they, you know, as we said last time, they had a hotline to have parents be able to call up to the first day. So that's another thing that's monitored every single day. And a lot of times, you know, you get a lot of kids on the bus, but you have to plan on all of them showing up and those types of things. So that's another, I don't want to call it a game, but that's another piece of the pie that every single day they're changing something.
Have you got a lot of new teachers starting in this year?
We hired 77 new teachers this year.
77?
77, and out of that 77, I think 13 or 14 of them were Citrus County Schools graduates. And we love that because they obviously enjoyed their experience through our schools. And then they decided they wanted to come back and live in Citrus County, and we love to hire those teachers.
You got to be especially proud of that, having been homegrown yourself.
Yes, being homegrown, and that's always fun to go back at your alma mater or even the schools that were your rivalries and realize that it seems like, you know, you have all those strong rivalries all through high school. You mentioned football. And so you've got these rivalries, Lecanto, Citrus, and Crystal River, and then the day after graduation, they're all friends.
Yes.
They're all buddies, they're all friends, you know, and they go off to college together. So that's always fun to watch the kids intermingle and through the athletics too.
As you start a new school year, have any of the curriculum requirements made changes? They probably have in each different grade, right?
Well, you know, Common Core is coming, and our lower grade levels, kindergarten, 1st grade, and those grades are what we call, they're fully implemented with Common Core standards. So as we move towards next year, all of our classes will be fully implemented with Common Core. And those are standards that have been adopted nationally. And, you know, we're starting to go out to talk to groups about Common Core and try to explain the facts about Common Core. And, you know, we've got groups out there that are supporting it. We've got groups out there who are anti-Common Core, and so we're taking the message out, and then they can draw their own conclusion.
When you get out there and start explaining the Common Core standards to people, is there a lot of misunderstandings about what it is?
I believe so. There's a lot, and in September we're going to bring back information to the school board members and do a school board workshop on Common Core. And this past summer they did a lot of training throughout the state for our teachers and some of our administrators. So a lot of our teachers were trainers. So we're going to bring some of them to the school board and let them explain and show and give examples of Common Core standards. But our opening comment to everybody is we are not here to promote it. And we are not out there, so we're not going to defend them, and we're not going to sit there and bash them, because these are standards that were adopted nationally. These are standards that we are being directed from the state. This whole Common Core standard initiative started with the National Governors Association. So along with Florida's governors and everybody else out there, that's one of the pushes, and then it's also being pushed by another foundation. So we look at them and we take those standards, but we develop the curriculum that we need to teach those standards.
As the nation implements the Common Core standards all the way across the nation, theoretically now, I would think it would make it easier for a student to move from one state to another, because they're supposed to be getting the common basics the same as they are here, as in Washington or California, right?
Right. And that was even a discussion at the last board meeting, because right now it's not necessarily the subject, but it's the course code. So you may take a course in Florida and then transfer to another state, and they won't have a clue what that course is. So that, on paper, that really sounds good, and that would be the hope, is that if you transferred from here and went to Minnesota or Washington, wherever you went, that all your credits would transfer, and hopefully that would be a goal and something that we would really look forward to that too.
I'm sure.
Because we have students, transferring from other states to us, and many times our staff will go back and look at the curriculum, the syllabus, and those types of things, just so we can give those students as many credits as we can when they come here.
There you go. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back right after these messages on Citrus Today.